Hi there, my name's Everest, and I'd like to talk to you about a vocal technique that I sing with and sometimes teach. People always ask me, Everest, can you teach me how to sing? And I say, once you can hear the difference between la, la, and you have no problems with your voice, any pathologies or illnesses, and you have the will and the desire to sing, then yes, I can teach you to use your voice to sing with. I'm not really a singing teacher, but more of a vocal tone therapist. Therefore, I deal with the production, the tonal quality of your voice, as opposed to style and genre like R&B or gospel or pop or rock or opera or anything like that. What I'm teaching you can be used for all these styles. And that's the beauty of the inner vocals technique. So welcome to the inner vocals. So now we shall touch on some parts not usually discussed when it comes to vocal training. Well, why do I call this technique the inner vocals technique? The reason is because the majority of the work is done in the chest, the thoracic cavity, around here. And the aim is to keep the sound contained in the body, giving it warmth, depth, and clarity, which are all part of the inner vocals technique. Never pushing the sound out, because we can force ourselves and strain the sound, and we don't want that. I suppose you could say, so what? Why use this technique to sing with? Well, one of the main reasons I developed this technique was because after doing a vocal session, like a gig, a couple of nights a week, and then having to go to the studio, I found that I would lose my voice or become very hoarse, and I wouldn't be able to hit certain notes that I knew I was able to. So that's why I had to find a good technique to sing with, and I'm making it available to you like I have done with many singers in the past. I suppose you could say, so what? Why use my technique to sing with? Well, one of the main reasons for developing this technique was after doing long studio sessions or a few gigs night after night, I'd get very hoarse or I'd lose my voice sometimes. And yes, having smoked can develop a lot of problems. So I had to find a way that I could do long, strong vocal sessions. And that's how inner vocals technique was born. Now this technique can be broken down into 5 main areas: breathing, the larynx, the mouth, resonance, and last but by no means least, the singer's mind. That means the mindset of the singer. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how your voice works? Well, do you? Okay, let me tell you. Right here, where the man's Adam apple is the larynx. If I was to take your larynx out of your throat and hold it up and just blow through it, like that, it would make a buzzing sound. And that would be the sound of your vocal folds, some people call them chords, your vocal folds vibrating. And basically, that's how the voice works. But when we use our voice to sing, it's much, much deeper than that. And I'm going to explain that to you now. Now, as I mentioned before, the majority of the work is done here in the thoracic cavity. And your body is divided in two by a muscle called the diaphragm, which starts around here and goes around your whole body. It's almost like the ceiling of this room. Okay? Now, the top half is the thoracic cavity, the bottom half is the abdominal cavity. When we breathe in, the air passes through our mouth, because we should breathe through our mouth for singing. The air comes into our mouth, down our windpipe, which the proper name is the trachea, and splits out into our lungs. While this is happening, your rib cage swings outward, and this muscle here, the diaphragm, goes down. So it's from this position to that position. And as it's moving into this position, it pushes down onto your abdominal cavity and pushing out your stomach. The oxygen is taken out of the air and put into the bloodstream. Then, as your rib cage returns back to its normal position and the diaphragm returns back to its normal position, we start to use that air to sing with. The air passes back out through the trachea, the windpipe, into your larynx, the voice box, and it causes your vocal folds to vibrate. That sound then comes out and into your throat, the pharynx. It resonates, and I call this pre-word resonance. It comes out into your mouth where we articulate the sound, so we've now made a word, and then we can pull that articulated sound to any part of our body, like the nose, the mouth, or the chest, for more resonance, which I call post-word resonance. How long did that take me to say? It took me about 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and just imagine you're doing that in a matter of seconds. So it's good that we can see the journey of the air to make sound for us to sing with.